Hello and welcome to the Talk Football podcast. This is TFP #10 and this is our transfer deadline day reaction. Joining me over that side to me is my co-host Adam James. Hello, Ad.
Hello, Hodgie. Hello.
Yeah, so we welcome you all back to a new TFP hashtag, and like I say, we're going to be talking about the transfer deadline day, and it ain't really been a massive amount going on.
It's been terrible. I've
It's been
watching
terrible.
it.
A lot of clubs sort of did their business early on. You know, Man City did good business early on, and obviously they signed Mark Gay and Semenyo in the last couple of weeks, etc. But there's not really a massive amount. I mean, the big one, I suppose, two kind of big ones we were looking at today. One that happened and one that hasn't happened, which was obviously Mateta to AC Milan. So obviously,
imagine flying over there and you're failing your medical. Oh, it's just crazy.
Yeah, flying.
That's if he has flew over there.
Yeah, I mean they could have done the medical over here in London, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently the medical showed up a problem with the knee. Now there is a little backdrop to this as well. I can't remember the name of the player. That was it. It was Boniface. So back in the summer, they were in for Boniface. They paid and done all the medical and everything like that. And then something happened. Yet again, a knee problem showed up, and they'd lost a lot of money because there were certain commitments or whatever that they'd made. And then obviously Boniface then ended up transfer doesn't end up at Milan, but they actually ended up out of pocket a considerable way. So there was actually naturally something comes up again with the knee with Mateta, and they haven't gone ahead with it.
And can you remember the last one that someone flew over and the transfer didn't even go ahead in the end? Who was it? Who was that? Can you remember? They flew over. They fell out with like the hierarchy, whatever you call it.
There was the most famous one. I suppose that I can. Most famous one, I suppose I can equate to that was Peter Odemwingie when he drove down from. I think he was at like West Brom or whatever at the time, and he drove down to when Harry Harry Redknapp or someone like that was manager of QPR, and he was outside the ground in his car, and he was talking to people out the window and stuff, and then it didn't happen, or it was something like that. Anyway, try to force like a move through.
Was that when he was at Stoke? I think it was, wasn't it?
It could have been. It could have been when he was at Stoke or West Brom or something like that. But I'm sure it was QPR. Where that, if anyone's like, once you're watching this back, once it goes out, if anyone can remember that one, the Peter Odemwingie one, when he was like talking to people out there, please drop it in the comments and let us know. We'll probably Google it in the meantime.
It just came to my head because I thought I'm sure someone drove or flew somewhere. And then they didn't end up. There was another one not long back as well.
There has been a few ones like that where people have gone for the transfers, etc., and then they've not happened for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean that one. Yeah, I mean I suppose there's still time before 9 o'clock.
And we are watching the transfer live as well, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we are.
And I've just seen one that's just pop up on Onyeka from Brentford's gone to Coventry. That's a great sign.
So that I remember hearing about that one the other day on TalkSport. That will boost. Now, obviously, Coventry have had a real bad run.
They've been horrendous.
Away from home, they've not really picked up any points, and so and obviously Middlesbrough have now caught them. I believe. I think they're only like 3 or 4 points now ahead of the third place team, which is a bit of a concern for Frank because at one point I think they were 11 points clear.
They were about 10, 11 points, And there's Calvin Phillips as well. That's a good signing for Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Very good signing. And Aribo's gone from Southampton on loan somewhere as well. I've just spotted.
Yeah, so obviously we're scrolling back through. We are reacting live to any deals that pop up and that we see. I was just off camera. There was one that popped up that caught our attention, which was young James Wilson from Hearts, that he's gone on loan with an option to buy to Spurs. A very, very well thought of young player. He's like 18. I know United and a few other big clubs were looking at him in the summer, and Arsenal included in that as well. And there was actually potential talk very early this morning that Arsenal may have made a move today for him. But he's ended up going to Spurs. He hasn't been playing for Hearts. He's only made a few appearances recently. I mean, you can kind of understand that. They're top of the league. They're going great guns. You wouldn't just bring young players in to give them minutes, to satisfy them when you're, you're vying to try and win the Scottish Premier League. So I get that, and from what I read, he'll go into the Spurs under 21 squad, so be playing in like Premier League 2, basically.
Which is decent. And there's another sign as well, 60 million. Jacquet. I've not heard of him before.
Well, we were supposed to be signing him. My club was supposed to be signing him. We were in for him, and there was social media posts that were put out saying, "I only want Chelsea" and stuff like that. And then it pops up this morning, completely like out of the blue. Liverpool have made their move. It won't happen now, so it's an agreement for the move to happen in the summer. But they'll sign him now, and then he'll stay.
Oh, and then he'll stay on loan or wherever he is.
He'll stay on. Yeah, he'll stay back there with a commitment on the purchase. But yeah, I mean, people laughed. I mean, there was a lot of Chelsea fans, but because obviously we needed a centre back.
Need a miracle at the minute.
Listen, Rosini has come in 7 games, 6 wins and 1 defeat to Arsenal in the cup. So
yeah, saying that though, that 2-2, I was impressed with that turnaround from 2-0 down. That was a great.
We won.
Great draw, to be fair. Did you win 3-2? I asked it was 2-2 when I last looked.
No, we won.
I went to have a shower, come back, and it finished.
No, we won it. We won it. We won it in extra. We won it in injury time, mate. Yeah. Great move and all. Ball into João Pedro and he cut it back for Enzo Fernandez.
Well, I saw the 2 goals because it was 2 substitutes, João Pedro and Cucurella. Scored.
Yeah.
And then obviously I went for a shower, and obviously
João Pedro then assisted. So no, I mean for just
that must have been last minute then, because it was. I'm sure.
It was like literally
minute.
Yeah, no, it was into injury time.
Yeah, I was going to say it was about 85th, something like 88th minute.
Yeah,
I went for a shower.
I will just touch on it. I know this is not transfer related, but it was funny in that game. I don't know if you've seen the clip. So as like the ball's in the corner, it's all like at the end of the game, it's all kind of like kicking off a little bit, players piling in. Adama Traore literally grabs Mark Cucurella and yeets him off the pitch. Literally grabs him, yeets him off the pitch. João Pedro comes in from behind Adama Traore, goes bosh, hits him. Adama Traore turns around and then he's like looks at João Pedro, goes completely Hulk mode, like.
I saw that.
Mate, and you see the literal terror in João Pedro's eyes. And
I saw a distance one of him, and then someone put a meme of him dressed as Hulk.
Yeah, I actually commented on João Pedro's Facebook page. I was like, admit it, mate. Like you needed to change your pants after you saw Traore turn around. But yeah, I mean, my club ain't done a great deal, but like I say, I mean, just touching on that Jacquet signing. I mean, a lot of Chelsea fans going, "Oh, why are we signing another 20-year-old player? Why do we don't need another 20-year-old?" He was very highly thought of. No, it's not even it's not that.
Well, you sell him for 100 million further down the line. He has a good season.
Yeah, but that's the problem that we have with our ownership, because that's what they're looking to do. It wouldn't surprise me in 2 or 3 years' time if Esteval's off to Real Madrid for like 150, 200 million. That's the kind of model. That's why we've been protesting. But aside from that, Liverpool look like they're going to get that done. So
another sign I've just seen as well, Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, Dwight McNeil to Palace. So Palace are actually throwing a little bit of money at it.
A loan,
I believe it's a loan with
20 mil.
Yes, a loan with obligation. I think for Palace that's not a bad signing. They needed a bit of cover in the.
I don't think he's been playing now, has he, McNeil, for Everton? I think
not a massive amount. He started games here and there. Yeah,
that's a good one.
West Ham. Which yet again, I find that little bit strange.
Has just popped up.
Yeah, no, I saw that earlier. It's been. I know the deal sheet went in before 7, so Which thing is for that, I don't think he's a bad player, and even and he went out on loan. Obviously, last season he was on loan at Villa, and I thought he actually did all right. And we need a centre back, and we're letting a centre back go.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
It's a strange one,
and it's touching on transfers. The one that I think's been really good for Spurs, Gallagher. Watching him the other night,
I'll tell you what,
completely different player.
He effectively created the winning goal. So it was his press, and him winning the ball back and then putting it into the box, which
he whipped in, didn't he?
For Solanke.
Yeah. I saw that. That's unbelievable player, mate. Honestly, he's completely different. I watched him a few times at Atletico, but
I mean, obviously, it hurts for him to be signing for Spurs. It's supposed to be Chelsea through and through. I mean, you signed for Spurs, so.
I don't think he was playing for Madrid that much, was he?
Obviously when he first got there, he was in the team a fair bit, but yeah, I mean, they've got some really good midfielders at that club.
Sunderland 1, Burnley 0. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Who scored?
Just popped up. Diarra or somebody. We are live, so we are watching it live, so it's just popped up. Diarra.
Yeah.
Diarra. 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Okay. But yeah, and then obviously
Southampton.
Yeah, I see that one. And then we've got Forest aside a left back. Luca Netz from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Not a big amount of money, 1.1 million. But that's left back cover for them. Because obviously Nico Williams has been pretty much playing at left back, and so it's a left back option for them as well. I know Murillo can play out there as well, but yeah, it's left back cover for them, and obviously not a massive amount of money that they've paid out.
Derby have signed Derry Merkin. I don't know why I said it like that. Derry Merkin from Utrecht. So left back we needed because Owen Beck went back to Liverpool because of an injury. He never played a single game for Derby. He was on loan for half a season. Went back, got recalled. So we've now signed a left back. I haven't seen any more signings since, so I'm assuming that's the only one. I was hoping Smodics had signed, but I don't think it's going to happen.
So, Simon, another one, a departure from Sunderland. Adingra has gone to Monaco on loan from Sunderland with an option to make that permanent again.
Oh, no, I just spotted one. Tariq George from Chelsea.
Yes,
Everton loan.
I mean, it's a loan with obligation, I believe, for around about 25 million. I kind of feel sorry for Tariq George because he's done all right for us, to be fair. And the only reason we're actually in the Champions League is because Tariq George's equaliser against Fulham last year. He's a good player. Was he going to be good enough to kind of cut it?
Coming to the first team
in our squad at the moment. I'm not so sure, because on that he predominantly would play for that left hand side, and he had been played through the middle. So you're competing with Gittins, Garnacho, and then if you're going to play like false nine or whatever, you're competing with Pedro Neto, João Pedro, and then Delap, obviously. But so I think it's a very, very good move for him. If he gets over the line before 9 o'clock for Everton, that's a fantastic.
It's just come up on the list. It's actually
and it's sensible as well because obviously they've lost Jack Grealish to a fairly. I think he's going to be out quite a while, so they needed cover off that side anyway. And then obviously when he comes back, it does mean that then Grealish could potentially maybe go in a 10 with George on the left, Iliman Ndiaye maybe on the right or in the 10 himself. So that gives David Moyes some really good options, that signing, if it happens.
Celtic have rejected that Engels offer from Forest, 25 million.
Yeah. There is a feeling that would have got over the line, but it appears that that's not happening now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just been rejected.
I mean, obviously, there's nothing. I think as you're going to hear a lot more as we get closer to sort of like midnight and stuff like that. There's another one that's just popped up, actually, just caught my eye. Celtic interested in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Oh,
that's a name. Okay. That's an interesting one.
I thought he was extinct. I thought he'd gone.
To be honest, I thought he's maybe even retired.
Yeah, me, to be fair.
I don't even know where he was.
He's had that many kids with that Perry Edwards, hasn't he? So
I don't even know where he is. Here's the interesting thing.
He got released, didn't he, from Turkey? Somewhere in Turkey.
Did he?
Because I'm sure he left the club.
Yeah, Alex, he's currently training with Arsenal. Today, Mikel Arteta have refused to rule out signing him. He's obviously, if he has been released, he's a free agent, so it doesn't really matter about the transfer window because you can still, if you're a free agent, you can sign outside the transfer window. But
Oxlade signed for Derby. Come on.
That would have been interesting. But key thing to remember, although the window in England has closed at 7, the window in Scotland remains open until 11.
Yes. Have you just spotted that one? Mamadou Sarr's been recalled from Strasbourg. One Chelsea defender.
Yeah. We kind of knew that was probably going to happen. So there's our defensive cover.
And is that what you've just been on about defensives? Is that what's they're recording for that reason?
Well, not only that, we've recalled Anselmino as well from Borussia Dortmund. The young centre back we had out on loan out there. Apparently, he weren't that keen on coming back because he's been pretty much playing first team out there in Dortmund. So, you know, coming back here, you'd think,
Yeah.
you know, him and Ansar are going to be a little bit down the pecking order in terms of playing. But
like we say, we
cover.
can't forget Strand Larsen either. Palace.
Well, this is the other big one.
Million.
Yeah. Now,
I think that's a lot.
Listen, I think that there is a good player there. Is he a £50 million striker?
No,
I'm not so sure.
I'm not being funny. He couldn't do it at Wolves. So
but you have to remember, no one's doing it at Wolves. They are where they are. Right.
Yes, and I hope they beat Derby's record. Come on, don't win anymore, please. And
last season, he actually did all right. Strand Larsen, he did have some goals, which, I mean, in the summer, Newcastle were trying to push to sign him. Before they signed Voltermedo, Strand Larsen was their number one target, and they were trying to sign him for around 50 million.
I think it was because of all the management in and out, wasn't it? I think like the manager was sacked constantly and managers in and out. I think he just fell out of favour, didn't he, in the end?
What, who?
Because Larsen, I've not seen him play.
No, he has been playing. Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah, he just doesn't score.
That's why I'm not seeing him.
That's why you've not seen him, because he doesn't score.
I suppose the team around him at the minute. Yeah,
touch of a donkey. But and all joking aside, I do think there is a good player there. Is it a lot of money? Yeah. But do you know what? For Palace, if he comes in and they play good attacking football, they get early crosses into the box, it may well suit the way he plays. Palace needed to sign someone because they are free falling. They are they are hovering very dangerously close.
Well, with Mateta obviously failing his medical now, does that mean that because he's not gone, will he obviously, if he's fit enough, will he come in and play with Larsen?
Well, I mean, you know, you've got
someone on Sky Sports, one of the super fans were saying that are the fans going to be behind him because he wants to go, etc. Is he going to be playing?
Who knows? I mean, we don't even know at this stage whether or not Glassen's even going to see out the season. We know Glassen, the manager, is going in the summer because his contract's out, and obviously because of all the comments that he made, you know, they may well let him go before the end of that anyway. But
that's stupid if to do that. Absolutely stupid.
To be fair, if
I'm not being funny. Look what he's done with the club.
Yeah, he's done amazing, but it's the club's lack of ambition after winning a trophy, which has caused him to want to go and not want to sign a new contract. They're putting all their money into redeveloping Selhurst Park, and that's not really going to sit well in terms of actually bolstering the squad. Ironically, off the back of that, I mean, they sold Mark Gahey for 20 million, but it was 20 million plus a few add-ons, or losing for nothing in the summer. So, but then they have spent. Obviously, they've spent the money on Brennan Johnson, so they've actually really gone for it in terms of attacking signings. So they've got Brennan Johnson, they've now got Strand Larsen, they'll still have Mateta to then reintegrate into the squad. So it's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure.
It is, 100%.
And obviously, you know, there will be more signings even after we finish this. There'll be more signings that come up. Well, there we go. 2 minutes ago, Watford have signed Udinese defender Saba Gogolic, something like that.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Brighton midfielder Andy Moran has joined Preston. Yes. So that's a good signing for them. Fee understood to be around about $1 million. Moran had a spell on loan at AFC in the MLS.
I think that's really transfer window, really, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I mean, you know, we won't go on too much about all the stuff that's obviously gone on beforehand, early doors in the window, because everyone would have seen it. So we would just look a little bit of a reaction to any major transfers that are going to happen in this window. Like I say, I don't really think that there's anything other than that. One thing I will say, good luck to James Ward-Prowse. I know he was on the bench tonight for Burnley, and I actually like Ward-Prowse a lot. I think he's a very, very good player. I think West Ham, I don't understand how they could not, you know, when everyone's really focusing, when everyone's really focusing on set pieces these days, you've got one of the best set piece takers in the Premier League in James Ward-Prowse, and you're not getting him in the team. I don't understand that. You're playing people like Souček and that in the midfield. And Souček, he's a good player, but you know, I think Ward-Prowse is better. So, my opinion. West Ham fans may have disagreed. I don't think he was given a fair shout.
I think what we'll do there then is we'll leave that there. And we've got some announcements for the next for this week.
Yeah. I will say one thing just before we do finish that. On that Oxlade-Chamberlain one, it's worth pointing out that they've lost Mikel Merino to a fairly significant injury.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's replacement.
If you've got him there training and he can play in central midfield and cover that Merino position, it may not be a bad shout. So Arsenal fans, be interesting to see if that actually happens. So and obviously you ain't watching this back live, people. So it'd be interesting to see if anything we've talked about in terms of confirmations that we haven't heard about yet, but we have mentioned, to see if they actually come to fruition. But yes, there we go. That was transfer deadline day reaction from us.
And what we've got coming up, keep an eye out. We have got coming up some guests coming on our show to have a little talk. We've got Tyler on Tuesday.
Yeah, we have Tyler and Maldoon on Tuesday coming up. And then, which I'm like super excited about.
Same. This is the one I'm looking forward
to. Thursday.
I'm looking forward to them all, but particularly this one.
Like Thursday, I am looking forward to Thursday. I'll tell you why, because we have got non-league manager for Ringmer AFC, Tommy Haddon, coming on. So this is like our first guest from someone who's actually directly working in football currently. If you haven't checked them out, they are, I believe it's Southern Counties, in one of the Southern Counties leagues. Can't remember which one, but he is manager of Ringmer AFC.
I will tag them in the description of this anyway, and I will put the club name underneath one of us as well when this goes out. And also there's a couple of vlogs coming up as well.
Yeah.
You've got yours from.
We've got Carl Shorten Athletic. Yeah. Carl Shorten Athletic coming up.
And then you've got my Michelover one. As you've noticed, I do a lot of Michelover ones because obviously it's local to me, and traveling's a bit awkward for me because I don't drive. So, and trains are a bit of a pain in the backside. But I've got a Michelover one coming up against Corby Town. Was a great win, so I'll let you watch that, which is coming up hopefully Friday. And I'll try and get Hodges up for Wednesday if he puts them in the.
If I get them uploaded into his phone, which I am going to do, like right after we finish doing this, and then hopefully coming up within the next. Hopefully, I'm going to get him on Sunday the 8th for a recording. Alfie, who's a West Ham fan, he's got quite a big following on his TikTok, and he does a lot. Obviously, talks football, but also mainly West Ham. So hopefully we're going to have him on Sunday to come and talk about West Ham as well. So look forward to that.
Yes, and if you want to come on the show, why not? Email us, talkfootballpdc@gmail.com, or go on our socials, TikTok, Insta, messages on there. Either me or Hodge will get back to you.
That's it.
Yeah, so...
and if you didn't get all that and you didn't get time to write it down, stick around for the outro, because it's a very good outro, because he's just edited it and it looks really good. It's almost as good as the intro.
And my head's
stick around for that.
Thanks.
Stick around for that, because the email address is on there as well.
Yeah, and obviously if you need it, just pause where you see it and you'll be able to write it down.
And most importantly, remember, click the subscribe button, click the little bell, and then you'll get notified whenever we put anything new up. And we've got a lot of new content coming up. So.
And don't forget the little thumb. Give us a like as well.
Give us a like, and
it does help. Yes, and comments help massively, guys. We are trying to reach our goal of 200. We're nearly there. We're so close.
We are nearly there.
So hitting comments, hitting likes, and subscribing helps us massively. Helps us as a channel. We are trying to do this. We want to do it full time. Basically. So
that'd be nice.
Yes, it'd be very nice. If you can help us, so if you can help us, we'd really appreciate it.
There we go. So
and I've been Adam, the co-host, and
that has been Adam. I've been Hodgie.
Hodgie, finish us. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. That is TFP #10 transfer deadline day reaction. Thank you very much for watching.
Peace out, guys.